Okay, here is how to get connected on the Church Center app for Living Hope Church. The first thing you're going to want to do is find Church Center on the App Store. Go ahead and download that. Once you get in there, it's going to give you the option to get started. And then you can either search for the church manually or you can provide an address. I'm going to go ahead and allow it to use my location. But I'm also going to pop in the church's name here. And then you can see our logo come up. When you click on that, it has our information on top. We are at 240 Northwest Street in Woodland, California, and our website is livinghopewoodland.org, so you are sure that's the correct church. You are going to either log in or continue as guest. If you want to be connected, go ahead and click log in. This is going to be a little different because I already have a Church Center account, so it's not going to ask me for all of the same information as a new member would have to put in. But you're going to start off with your telephone number. I'm going to put in my number, and then it's going to text you a code to the number that you put in there to make sure that it's you. Once you put in that code, the next thing it'll do is it'll ask you for an email address. If you don't have an email address, you won't be able to access the directory, so you'll need to make sure that you put that in. But because I've already logged in here, I'm going to go ahead and log in as Missy. And then it's going to take me to the home page. The home page here has a link straight to the church website. It has links to the podcasts and to the online store where you can get church merchandise like sweatshirts and t-shirts and things like that. It has a link to our Old Testament reading plan that we're doing this year. The church calendar is also on here. You can get a copy of the bulletin, and there's a church consumables donation list. All of those are on the home page. Down at the bottom, there is a navigation, and you can click on groups. Those are all the groups that I'm a part of, but you can click find a group once you're logging on for the first time. The gospel communities are all listed here. You can read about the gospel communities there. And then all of the different gospel communities that are offered are listed on here. If you would like to join one, let's say I wanted to join the Horgan Gospel Community, I would go ahead and click on this. You would hit request to join. You can put in a little note in there, and then go ahead and send it. I'm not going to send it because they know that I don't need to get into their group. But that is how you would become a part of that. And then you would be able to communicate with the group if there are different studies going on or different meal plans going on for the week. You would be able to communicate that way. Those are the gospel communities. Next, we also have different ministry teams. So we have Awana helpers and prayer requests and praises. A lot of times if there are seasonal classes, those will be listed on here as well, and we like to keep that updated. The directory, which I mentioned earlier, this is a link to be able to view the PDF of the most recent pictorial directory that we've done at the church. That has to be sort of protected information, so you have to go ahead and request for that. I'm a member of this group, and so it's going to let me in. But if you would like to be able to see the directory, you also have to request to join that group. There is also an option at the bottom to give. So you can go ahead and put in the money that you'd like to give, and then it'll give you an option to choose different budgets to put it in. So you can give to the new building project. You can give to Lottie Moon when it's Christmas time. You can give to the museum or youth ministry. A lot of times we will do registration fees on this as well, so you can go ahead and make sure that that's done. And there are different ways to be able to give that way. We have different events that are listed here. Church camp at Pilot Lake was in the summer, so that shouldn't be on here anymore. I need to remember to take that off. But there's a building use request form. There's church-wide prayer meetings. These are things that are happening on a regular basis, and there are also special events like church camp that get put on here as well. So we have Second Saturday Sips and the Young at Heart Luncheon, and then the youth group event list is updated pretty regularly so that you can see what things the youth group is doing during the course of the year. Last thing, there's also a directory that is part of the Church Center app. So this is not the pictorial directory that was part of the groups earlier. This is information that you get to share. So you get to put your information in here and decide how much you want to see. You can also find other people who have decided to share their information on here. So we have the Griders, we have Bambi Eagle, we have Carl Morgan. All these people have decided to put their information on there. So you are able to share that as well. That is the church app in a nutshell. This is what you get when you go to the top, and it has my profile image, and then it has all the different things that are scheduled for the day and all of the activity. But that is the church app, and then you should be able to be plugged in and see all the different things that the church is doing and what's going on in the life of the church.